Hello, and speaking of fortuitous circumstances, welcome to Under the Fallen Maple,
That fucking transition there.
the fifth issue of Volume 1 of this Mouse Guard Samurai soiree.
Soiree.
That's what I'll call
Soiree,
it.
huh?
Yeah,
Is that what this
The
is?
Mouse Guard Samurai Soiree.
that's what this
Wow.
is.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, sure.
Yay! So welcome. I'm Eric. If this is your first episode, well, welcome. We're all
It's
happy to
also
have
your
you.
last episode.
It's also your last episode. I'm your game master, and who's everyone else? We're all players. Who are you guys? Why are you on? Why are you here playing mouses?
I'm a mouse.
I'm
Yeah.
DistractedElf. I have no idea why I'm here.
I'm Colin, and I'm a mouse called Walen, and he's making his way through the world very haphazardly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, feel
All
that.
right. Well, let's get started. As always, let's start with the prologue. So, who wants to do previously on? Remember, whoever does the prologue gets to.
Okay, here's the question then. Let's just check how fucked up I am, and then I'll decide whether or not I need to tell the. All right, so I've got the most conditions, so I
Yeah,
guess
you do.
I'll do it.
Do it.
So previously, on Mouse Guard, under the Fallen Maple, we we decided to lay a trap for the snapping turtle that killed Rosie and destroyed the village. We went to go negotiate with the governor or the
Yeah, the governor.
leader of the
Cherry.
territory are we in? Cherry, yeah, the Cherry clan. And we managed to bargain him down to giving us some help with laying a trap by giving us some mice with which to do so. So we set our trap and then got immediately shreked by the snapping turtle as soon as it came through. Our traps meaning nothing, our fight basically achieving nothing other than losing our prey once more. As it completely destroys us for the third time or whatever second time. Today will be the third time.
Exactly. Pretty much like every
You're
other
so
monster movie.
helpful, Al.
There you go.
Perfect. Cool. You're no longer tired.
Sweet.
You're just injured.
I mean, yeah.
Nice. It's about the best we've ever been.
I've only ever been injured. This whole game I've been injured.
Yeah, it's really true.
It's really hard to not be injured when all you do is fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good point. Cool. Okay. Well, then, let's go ahead and get started. This needs to go to the token layer. Okay. So, we pick back up the following morning. You've made camp with about the 30 other mice with you who are remaining. As we recall, after the dragon stomped through your town, several of them died, some of them fled. You spent the rest of the time burying, saying some words, and gritting your teeth, knowing that this is the next step of our journey. So, the first thing we need to do to get over there, it was you had it bloodied, remember? It was blooding when it went into the water towards this lake.
Wait. It was blooding.
It was bloodied.
It was blood. I thought you said it was blooding like.
Oh, it was. Yep, it's
That's
just
what he
blurred,
said,
just
yeah.
blurring. No, it's bloodied.
blooding.
It was bloodied, heading
I
towards
know.
the water, where you lost underwater. So just give you an idea for this lake. So you guys are still kind of in this nasty, hot, sweaty jungle. If this is the lake, I'm just gonna draw this up here. There's an island, and this X is your camp. And you know that the turtle went into the water. Imagine, if you will, there's a bunch of reeds, a bunch of lilies, like water lilies and such, as well as I think carp would be swimming in here that are in this water. So in order to chase this thing, you're gonna have to figure out your way across this water to this island. So that's gonna be our first major problem. So maybe we start with how you guys are feeling in the morning, perhaps, before we get to rolls and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's kind of disillusioned after seeing the dragon. But no roll is required to get them motivated or anything like that. But what do your characters do? How do your characters sleep after this?
Ash never likes losing a fight. So she sleeps angrily. It's like that, that sleeping where you lie down and you pull the covers up so aggressively over you that they cover you all in one go, just like
oh yeah. Just
sleep. That she just sleeps like that.
I mean, I'm still tired from last time, so I feel like I don't sleep very well at all.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to check on the injured mice. I'm sitting by the fire staring at it. I'm just not sleeping very well, if I sleep at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I actually went to sleep right away because I was just exhausted. And but then I got up super early. I just couldn't sleep any longer. So I only got a couple hours of sleep and then got up. And the survivalist in me started just thinking about scenarios and fortifying things that don't need to be fortified because it doesn't make sense fighting a giant turtle and just busying myself until everyone else wakes up.
This is definitely something you guys do not have a lot of training for.
Mm-hmm.
So
what, dragon fights? Yeah, you're probably right.
Unfortunately, right? Cool. Okay. Is there anything you want to say to each other before we get going? Otherwise, that this thing's going to that island, so.
I think at some point, I get frustrated and just start waking people up with my drum. I just start
That's
banging on it really loudly.
Okay, that's how everybody wakes up
The
then.
grumbling Ash pulls her blankets down, looks out, it's just messed up. Her hair is all everywhere because it's slightly longer on top. Just
Yeah, I'm just standing right over you, really close to your face, just boom, boom, boom.
Everyone's.
I feel I'd fallen asleep sitting up, and I just shake a little bit.
Yeah,
and, do
yeah, you were leaning on one of those reeds or whatever that's sticking out. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, they're Walen, I have never once threatened to hurt someone if I didn't mean it, but by all that is good and honorable and true, I will cut you if you don't stop.
I'm backing away and lifting my drum in sort of faux defense, but I'm hey, look, we have a job to do and we didn't finish it yesterday, so it's time.
Yeah. There's just grumble, pulls blankets off, stands up, puts cloak on, grumble, sword, belt, grumble.
Yeah. So, I think we're gonna. Some of the men are going to ask, and not in a they're not saying that they're don't get the wrong impression. They're not a coward. Right? They're not being cowardly here when they say, but they do say. So how are we going to get across this water? Forgive us, but we don't have boats.
Do I have anything that can help with this? Is there a swimming skill? Or...
Yeah.
If we don't have boats, we can make some boats, right?
There is a way to make boats. We could also totally try to swim. However, you guys also have a... Sorry.
I have Pathwise and Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Find a way.
You also noted that there were carp in there, which...
Yeah.
I assume are gigantic to mice.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I'm not sure if they're dangerous. Are they a threat to us? Would we have observed that?
Yeah, they probably could be. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a weaver. I could weave.
Carp are effectively catfish, right?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm saying they do. And I'm sure someone in the YouTube comments or chat here is going to be carp don't eat mice? What are you talking about?
If they're catfish, they're inherently bad because anything is bad for mice.
Just carp eat mice.com.
Because carp have like scales and stuff.
Carps, yeah, I
and
thought carps just eat
catfish
anything.
don't.
Like,
They just
literally
eat
anything. Like literally anything. So, yeah. All right.
I
Cool.
think we attract the carp with food in such great numbers that they form a bridge across.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that on their own, homie. I don't know how many carp bridges you've ever made in your life, but
Well, I've never been a mouse before, so
all right. So
I
you
mean,
want to?
can I roll to like see if I can find a path? That's
Oh,
not,
totally.
Like,
yeah, we should start with Pathfinder.
Yeah,
a
let's-
conventional approach.
I have Pathfinder. Can we use Pathfinder?
What is your Pathfinder?
Yes, we
Bradley?
absolutely
It's
can use
3.
Pathfinder.
Okay, so
Sure.
So
So who's all going on this Pathfinder, like the scouting thing around to try to find a way to the island?
I mean, I guess the situation is like we know where the turtle went, and Walen and I are standing at the edge of this lake, and we're just like in the morning. Walen just finished the drumming thing, and we're like looking, and we're both like, and I look over to Walen, and I'm just like, we're going to find a way to get back to that damned turtle and finish what we started.
yeah, and I'm like energized. Like I'm all about this. I'm like, this is great. Let's do it. Let's find a way.
And I add into this conversation. You know, if we do need to go across the water, I might be able to make something that would float.
Well, you get to work on that. We'll try and find another way.
Okay.
So I guess Walen and I are going to try and find a path,
Yeah,
the easiest path to the turtle.
yeah. Let's do that first.
Okay. So I think this is gonna be about OB3 Pathfinder test.
Okay.
And,
So I'm testing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And Walen's helping.
Oh, I have a plan B. I just realized.
Okay. Can I? Let's see. Walen's helping. Can I use like would hard worker or brave be, or stubborn? Stubborn definitely works because I was just like, we're gonna go get that damned turtle.
Oh
So
yeah.
can I use stubborn too?
Oh, for sure. You can be stubborn about this.
Okay. Cool.
So that gives
And
you an
you gave
extra
an
die.
ob 3, you said?
Correct. Yep.
Fuck.
Wow. Okay. Not great.
No, that was one success.
So, determined.
Do I
You are.
have-
Oh yeah. So you don't have any fate, or I'm assuming you don't have any 6s, but you have a wise, don't you?
I do. I have pathwise.
Yes, pathwise would be the perfect wise for this. So, based on the flowchart thing, you have 2 options. You can either spend a fate to reroll 1 failure and maybe hope to get that to be a 6, and then spend another fate to reroll that, or you could spend a persona and reroll all your failures.
I'm re-rolling all of my failures.
Sure.
So I'm gonna spend
but
that
that costs
persona.
it costs a persona though. So
And I had 4 failures.
yep, it was a lot.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, exactly. 4 failures. You just re-roll 46, or if you want to do the testing.
That's better.
Oh yeah, okay. 5 successes, no big deal.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about using a wise though. So you were being stubborn, and then you use a wise. So what does this look like? Because the wise is called, of course. This is like the moment when you almost got into trouble, and then you're like miraculously you found a path, right?
I feel like I was being stubborn and hot-headed, and I was kind of like stomping through the reeds and like getting my feet wet and just like mumbling to myself. And I'm also tired. And so I was just kind of like just going one way or another and not really paying attention. And then like I get a little bit lost, I think.
Yeah.
And turned around, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, what the? And then I take a moment, and I'm just like, come on. I know there's a lot of shit going on in your life right now, but you've got this. Like you've walked paths your entire tiny mouse life. this is nothing. And so like I take a clearing breath. I go back the way I came a little bit, retrace my steps a little bit, and then find like a clear path to the across the marsh or whatever.
Yeah. So what I think you find is a shallow in the marsh, right? So it's still like it's for a mouse. It's about near waist deep at the highest end points, but the rest of it's mostly like ankle or so, right? And so normally like it was covered, right, and with dark murky water and whatnot. But you think you can make it past through there, and with your success, you absolutely can. But us as players, all right. Now the hard part will be trying to get all of your hunting equipment and supplies over there too, though, right? It's kind of like a logistical mess. So that would be the next thing we got to do.
Okay. So yeah, I find
But great job finding that. Yeah.
And I report back to Walen, and I'm like, I think I found a way that we can pass through to the island in the center, but it's still through the water. So we're going to need to gather the men and leave what we don't need behind, leave some people with the injured, maybe, and make a new plan, whatever it is, to handle this dragon turtle.
Yeah.
I'll take the stupid thing on myself.
Question, Eric.
Yes.
Are ducks in this world like sentient, and do they talk to mice?
Yes, they can. With a lore mouse check, you can talk to a duck.
Okay. So I also have duck wise.
Oh yeah.
So would I roll lore mouse and like augment?
So you want to find a duck and try to talk to it?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
First
so
first.
you want to find it. Well, no, this is you want to. And what's your intention here? What are you trying to get out of this role? What are you fictionally doing? And maybe I want to listen to you, and then I will interpret what the role is.
I think I'm jumping ahead. So we have a way across, right?
Sure.
I want to get like intel on the turtle and try to gain some sort of advantage with the turtle wherever it is.
Sure.
And I'm thinking we're in a duck environment on some level, and that ducks may be helpful.
Yeah.
Just get the duck to kill the thing for us. We can do the totally work.
Or that. Or just pick us up if we fail or succeed and there's a volcano or something.
Well, you can't get convincing a duck to give you basically a blank check of a favor would be pretty difficult.
I don't actually need that broad of a ask.
Yeah.
Let me like talk to you guys before stating my goal with the whole
let's
situation.
do that. Okay.
I'm like, hey guys, this area, I thought it was familiar to me, and I think there are probably ducks here, and I've spent some time with ducks before.
You've spent time with ducks?
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that about me, but they can be. Some of them are okay. Let's put it that way. And I'm just wondering, maybe we should gather some intel from the locals. I don't know anything about this area, so maybe they will. And they can see a lot more than we can. It's amazing, actually.
So could you get a duck to just help us?
I mean, are ducks classically like friendly to mice, or are they eat mice? Probably.
No, they're kind of just neutral things that just go around, doing their own thing, and they would be kind of shocked for you to try to talk to them. So animals have languages, but they don't have like the cultures like mice would have. Rather. So if you try to talk to them, they're gonna be like, "What? Why is this mouse talking to me? What are you doing? How can you talk to me?" And so, meanwhile, this whole time you're like, "Honk honk, honk 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 honk." You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, there's got to be a use for my duck wise, right? I feel like I need to play the card.
Sure.
Get that duck wise going. Yeah, talk to the ducks.
Totally.
At least maybe they can like try and bring some of our stuff across, right?
So you could If you're trying to get, here's the example. So if we're trying to get this stuff across and that's your intention, then you would just be helping whatever role we end up doing with Duckwise. And you'd be like, I'm going to rely on a duck here with Duckwise. Like, that's a way you could help with Duckwise. I would totally allow that without a role, right? Because that's just a good idea, and that sounds really cool. But if you're trying to convince a duck to, like, ferry your stuff over there, we could do that instead. I'm just not quite sure. It sounds like you have, like, you're trying to be like, Eric, here's an idea, but I don't want to commit to it. And I want you to commit to something here.
Okay, well,
Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my crew. So I've got this. You know, I might have some duck connections. Do you think, you know, what? If I can get one of them to listen to me at all, what should we have them help with? I mean,
They could just help us across the water, right?
Yeah.
They can help us carry our supplies so that we don't lose the extra die for supplies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's rude to ask, but you know, we can try.
It was a very ingenious idea you have, young Walen.
You're like, I wish you had thought of it before we went looking for a way across the water.
Yeah. Okay. So then is that what we want to do?
Yeah, I want to find a duck.
All right. Yeah. So then we cut to we smash cut to Walen and perhaps whoever else might be helping. You're also trudging through around the lake looking for a duck and trying to like beckon it over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's one. Wow, what are they called? There's a Japanese duck, right? Isn't there a Japanese duck? It's like a Japanese mallard. Maybe it's Chinese and I messed up and I feel really bad if it is. I don't know. Anyways, it's that kind of color.
I'm sure there's ducks in
Let
Japan.
it go. Yeah,
on
there
some
are.
level.
I don't care. There is anyways. There's no snapping turtles in Japan, so
Googled
you know what?
I just googled
do
Japanese
it.
duck, but I wrote Japanese dunk. So
That's even better. You should have totally had Dunkwise. That'd
top
have been
9 best slam dunks in Japan.
Yes.
Oh, old mighty
Perfect.
friendly gamer mentions how male ducks are also called drakes. That's a fun fact. That is a very fun fact. Sure. So there's a druck. There's a drake here, and willing to talk to you. So in order to communicate with it, and to do this thing, it will require a lore mouse test.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is you trying to talk to, and do your best quacks. Right.
Can
My
he
lore
get
mouse
an
is
extra
not
die
high.
for role playing if he does the quacks?
Yeah, can I?
No.
Damn it.
But you would be in
What?
character. You might be willing for embodiment.
I don't know, man. It's the last day. It's not worth
It doesn't matter.
Not
Okay,
worth
so
it.
two
Experience.
people-
Not worth it.
2 helps, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course,
Um,
I'm totally helping. I'm making my best flapping arm motions. to
and my
talk to
Duckwise-
ducks.
My Duckwise modifies this as well.
No,
No?
because
That would be after you would invoke it for.
okay.
Wise is helping you afterwards or different things. Yep. And lore mouse.
Bow, 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 bow.
Bow, bow. Lore mouse. You're communicating with the beast of the feather, so it's 2. Look at that. No problem.
Easy.
So you quack at it, right? And you
Yeah.
you beckoned it over.
Do you take a quack at it? Hey. I'm so sorry.
Wow. I guess we could say Waylon's a real. I didn't know, Waylon, you had Feather Watcher as a skill. All right. Anyways.
No, mine was better.
Yeah, it
Yours
was better.
sucks. Mine was so much better.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So it comes over and it says, "You're a long way from home.
I'm like,
Mice don't live here. This is full of carp and the beast that lives on the lake. This
the
way."
beast? You know, I'm like, whack, you know, whack of the beast?
Whack, yes, it tries to snap at anything that comes close, right? It doesn't eat my bugs. So that's good.
Wait, what did we decide we want? The ducks and fairy stuff?
We want them to carry our supplies so we don't lose our supplies.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Starts singing, "I'll never be your beast of burden."
I'm like, So look,
No.
we're gonna. I know we're mice, and we're here where we shouldn't be. Wah. But wah.
It's. I hate to be that duck, but it's actually a soft worm, not a hard worm.
It's been a while since I've practiced your beautiful language.
Not whack. It's whap.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
got it. The pronunciation is great.
You guys are like, come on, in the background. You're like, what is?
Ducks are very sensitive.
I'm like,
about the language.
so you know about the beast, and you know we're mice. Look, we're gonna take care of that beast for you, and just get it out of here because I know it's annoying and it's messing with your lifestyle here. But we were wondering if you could help us move some things across the water.
Make a persuade test. You're talking to it. You're persuading it to cross the water. This isn't a conflict. This is just a persuade. This will be a versus test, though, against its nature. And let's see. A duck.
Is anyone helping with this?
That doesn't seem right.
I'm doing a little dance.
Yeah, I'm trying to act out the language.
Yeah, can I help if I don't have
What
duck
does
lines?
what does Lore Master? Let's skills and relevant help for Lore Mouse is Hunter or Scientist or Lore Mouse. So we can help with. I have Lore Mouse. I can help with Lore Mouse. Do you have Lore Mouse, Hunter, or Scientist, Elf?
I have Hunter.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this is just versus the duck.
Yeah. But negotiating isn't really in this creature's nature, so it's going to be half nature to roll. So you're in luck here.
Okay.
Duck nature. Rounds down. So you're in. Look at that. Crushed it. So it says, well, I've got nothing to do today. Right? And if you're going to take care of the beast, then... And it shakes its head and says, but you're so small, but... Eh? And, okay. And perfect. So that's enough to montage you guys going across the water and making it to the island, right?
Awesome.
Nice.
We use our friendship with the duck, whose name is what?
Something with an M. What's... I'll think of it in a second. Anyways, what are you guys gonna do once you get to the island?
I just wanted to put you on the spot, Eric. It's like, it doesn't matter what the duck.
Why you do that to me?
His name is obviously Martin. It's Martin the duck. It's Martin.
It's
not very
Aki.
Japanese. Yeah.
How about Aki?
Oh, a Japanese name. Sorry, I was.
No, its name is Momoro.
Momoro
Yeah.
the duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we make it to
Momoro.
And we have our stuff
Yeah.
with us.
and
So
we have
so
our
after
stuff
yeah
and our
after
friendship.
yeah after it ferries over the last one, it does a long like bow and says, "Good luck on your fight."
I'm like,
Wah.
wah.
Perfect. All right. And goes around trying to hunt down minnows and bugs. Cool.
and not mice.
Yeah.
Sure.
So then, cool. So the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and just jump into trying to find this thing.
Okay, I'm like Well, that was weird. And then
You
I
did
think-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
You
actually sure what you did, but you did it well.
I mean,
well, he was a great,
Yeah, I mean,
great guy.
I totally cut. Like, did you want to like tell the rest of the crew that this was the thing that you're doing? Like, it seemed like everyone was on board with
I
it.
just assume it was like weird but fine. Like no one.
That's
I mean,
that's
I have
that's
lore
where I
mouse.
was.
I have lore mouse, so that technically means I might like understand the whole conversation that was happening. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean, I don't need explaining to. I'm aware.
There was probably
Yeah.
like troops back in the camp who, like, when the ducks showed up to start ferrying stuff across, were like, "Oh shit, we're under attack from another thing."
Yeah.
But yeah,
But no, you guys are maple guards, and you know the languages of the creatures around.
yep.
And I do the whole like I never would have thought of that. That was pretty creative problem solving that you did there, Waylon.
I'm
That's-
like, I'm just very like blushing. I think like just like it's like Deacon is like getting any approval from him is like just such a powerful thing for me because he's like the person I look up to the most. And so I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you, Deacon. I'm sure you could have built us a boat with all of the crafting and many years of knowledge you have, but yeah,
that would have taken way too long.
You just hear Ash in the background.
right.
I could have built a.
I could have done it.
Weren't your parents boat crafters?
They're weavers. Yeah.
Oh, weavers. That's the same thing, right?
Okay, so yeah, can I like just like sort of turn away? I'm like, okay, right. Let me think. And I like stick a paw out in the sky to like do the like check the weather with your finger sort of thing.
Yeah.
And try just like can I roll Weather Watcher and figure out what our conditions are over here? If anything imminent is happening.
Yeah, totally. You absolutely can. And it's summer, so it's not a difficult test, I think. This is all once again all Weather Watchers versus against the season. And summer is super easy. And I'm just going to go off my memory and think it's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Let me know when you're ready.
Anyone helping anyway with this one?
Weather Watcher gets helped by Scientist, I think.
I have weather watching as my specialty. I'm a weather watcher. 100. I'm helping you.
I
by
also
watching.
have weather watching skills.
We're all like standing back to back
Everyone's
to
just
back,
like,
watching the weather. We lay down on the grass and we look at the clouds.
Awesome. Okay, you said
Cool.
Obs 4?
No, it's a versus test. I
Oh, okay.
was rolling 4 dice. I got 2.
All right, here we go.
Look at that.
Nice.
Cool. So with Weather Watcher, you actually get to tell me what the next weather is. It's actually part of the game where the next weather twist, you get to tell me what
We
it
are
is.
so small and that guy is so big. Can we make it be foggy
I
so
like
we
that.
can get some sneaking?
I'm like,
Yeah.
guys,
I mean, he's so big and we're so little.
I'm pretty sure it's about to get very foggy. Like pea soup, which I'm not sure is a thing mice know about. Foggy.
They
We
know
definitely
what
need to
soup
get
is.
in position so that we can ambush this snapping turtle when it gets foggy and they can't see anything.
Yes, we
Yeah.
can use this to our advantage.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Right, Ash? Are you like salty about it being foggy or like
You're just like, I also knew it was gonna be foggy.
I could also have told you it was gonna be.
I'm sorry.
On my boat that I made.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I'll kill the stupid turtle.
Yeah, you will.
All right.
That wasn't something Deacon would say. I'm saying that
All right.
out of character.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's set up your guys' traps and stuff for it. And then by then maybe the fog will be here and we can get to fighting it.
Cool.
All right.
We can defeat the evil dragon.
Finally, once and for all.
Okay. So
Setting up traps here is a hunter test. Who is directing everyone? So you're marshaling troops here. You're either fashioning the traps and laying out the snares now, or you're ordering people, or you're doing something to the snares to make them more effective, right, in terms of helping. So this is definitely either a hunter. Well, this is a hunter test. I would allow helping with scientist. I would allow helping with militarist. I would allow helping with laborer, as well as the rest of the normal ones like scout and stuff.
Okay.
Fighter, maybe.
My hunter is 3. So
mine's 3 too.
Mine's 2, so either of you are better.
So I would say that Walen should take the lead on this one because I kind of took the lead with the pathfinding and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
You also don't have the persona to spend on it if you needed it.
Wait, Walen doesn't?
No, you don't. Because you spent it.
No,
I
you
spent
didn't.
one of my personas.
You only had one.
I had 2. I dragged one. I have on my board. I dragged one myself when I used it, and then you dragged the other one. I had 2.
Oh, you were 3 and 2.
I was 3 and 2.
Yeah.
I edited.
Oh, look at you! You were doing that. I'm so sorry. I'm not
doing-
used to players doing the coins and using the coins that I made. I'm not used to it. I'm sorry. I'm so
Put them there
sorry.
for a reason, God.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Perfect.
If
Love
it makes you feel better, I was ignoring them, Eric.
Yeah. Okay. And my other mouse guard game, no one uses the coins either. I just have to do it. But anyways. Okay. Perfect. So, you're gonna lead the way, Walen, which is perfect. All right, leader Walen. What are you doing specifically to get this done? Are you more of a, lead from the back, ordering people around? Are you in the middle of it? What does Walen do?
I mean, I'm fired up, and also I'm especially fired up because Deacon complimented me. So I'm just running around, and I'm like, okay, I need you to, set up a perimeter around the area that, we think this thing's going to go rampaging. We can't let it get away again. We need to do this. I'm just speaking super fast. I'm we got to do this before the fog sets in because, we have to use that as an advantage.
Calm down, kid.
We want to make sure the traps get set up beforehand. And so everyone spread out and start placing traps in the paths, whatever paths out of this area that are large enough for that thing. We should set traps.
You got it, boss.
Yeah, cool. So welcome to the new DLC for what's the name of that game? Not Prey. The hunter game.
Evolve.
Yeah, Evolve. Yeah, thank you. See, I knew someone was going to say what it was. Okay.
So yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, so you're ordering people around with the tactical spots for the snares and stuff. Cool. So are you two helping?
Yeah, I've got Hunter. I'm helping traps.
Sure. So what does that? Okay, so you're helping set up the traps. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just yelling at people to do it.
I'm helping.
I'm hey, you two over there, stop blazing about and put your traps together.
Sure.
Get ready with the nets.
Is that Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Do we have supplies or anything here?
Yes, I was going to give you supplies for all of the nets and everything like that. Would definitely count as supplies for setting this up.
Awesome.
All right. And this is also going to be another versus test. This is against the turtle's nature.
Okay.
But it's hurt from your guys' attacks.
Yeah, it is.
So, are you ready to roll?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I got 3 successes. You got a lot of failures though, and you also got a 6. So you have some opportunities before I resolve this. If you wanted to adjust this with some types of wises, perhaps. Or spending the fate to luck your 6 to let it explode. What do you want to do? No one else can help you here yet. You also didn't ask to roll a trait for an advantage for a die, so I mean that's a thing. This is episode 5. I wasn't gonna remind you.
I don't blame you. This is pretty important, I think. When you say explode the 6, I get to
Yes.
reroll by spending fate.
When I mean by exploding a 6, it means that if you re-roll that 6, if it's a 6 again, you roll it again.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
And this is a versus test. It's not sufficient to get 3. You have to get 4 to win. 3 would tie it, and then we have to go to a tie.
Unless you use my magnificent tie-breaking sword somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
You are helping. Does that work? Well,
No.
What do you guys think? How much do we want it?
So this is to trap the.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
it's
this
just
is
to
to
get all
set
of
it
our
up.
traps and stuff set up properly.
Yeah, this is so the thing is ensnared and captured by the time you go to fight it.
Do you have a wise to reroll all of your failures?
Mm,
You have a fair amount of persona.
pathwise, right?
Well, we're placing traps on the paths out of the area. That totally makes
I specified the wide paths.
You did.
Do you both have Pathwise?
Yes, we do. That's you. You made our characters deal with it.
Man, I'm the freaking worst, fam. I'm so sorry. Escorting? Yep.
There you go.
So,
Okay.
okay. How many failures?
Cool. So correct me with this picture if you want, but I'm thinking some people were setting up a trap in a spot that you didn't like, and you're telling them like, no, like go over this other side or something like that.
Yeah,
That's what's going on in my head. But
yeah, I think like probably the troops are like spooked, and like some of them set them up upside down or something. Like the traps, like just like that is gonna like that claymore is facing the wrong way. No, yeah. So something I just like school them on it.
Okay.
So I have 4 failures, right?
yes, you have 4 failures to reroll. You got to get 2 successes to win, 1 success to tie. Well, you tied. Okay, so at this point, there's 2 things you can do. You can either use a trait right now to break the tie in the opponent's favor for 2 free checks for the player's turn. We can devolve to a tiebreaker roll, where you will roll your, I guess, hunter would be physical, so you'd be rolling your health against its nature for the tiebreaker and see who wins that. Or you could spend a fate to reroll that 6. We don't get a lot of ties, so like that's I don't mind reciting what that is.
Yeah, I feel like I want to actually use a trait against myself.
Sure. What is that?
Are you guys cool with
What
that?
is it?
Getting checks instead?
Yeah, sure.
So I think like some of the troops like just break some traps, and I'm about to like blow up because I'm like, oh my god, this isn't gonna work, and Deacon's gonna be upset, and like, it's gonna rampage away again, and I'm like, this is all like in my mind very briefly, and then I'm like, and I think of Rosie, and very calmly, I'm like, I put a paw on like the backs of the troops who had like fucked up and are like waiting for my judgment. I'm like, it's okay. We're still gonna win. And I like walk away, and I'm just very calm.
And that's the calm trait that you're using.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Nice. Cool. I like that one. That's a good touch. Okay. So, as stated, we see the turtle as the fog comes in. Thump, thump, thump. With it's actually an offbeat thump where it's because it's almost limping, right? It's dragging one of its feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then we hear the snapping and tangling of branches. We hear the rope lines slack give way as we hear it, zipping up and trying to tie it down. It roars and we hear more branches snapping. Until it finally it's almost like whatever woods and trees on here are crashing down as the snares break, and it breaks its way, like using a lot of its strength out of the snares. And we have it looks to you guys, and we have that big huge showdown moment of you guys on the beach. Yeah.
I draw my sword and run out of the fog and attack the stupid turtle for the third time. God damn it.
Yeah, I think it roars and it especially eyes you.
I took
Ash.
its eye last time we saw it.
Yeah. And of course, when it roars and it looks ferociously at you, and in its old tongue, it says, you are the one who took my eye. And so,
But it just comes out as a roar. It's just like,
all right. Yeah. So let's jump in and let's give it hell. All right, guys. So we're doing a conflict again. This time, though, the old mousie's the old dragon's a little injured, so
maybe it could
there's a
not
chance.
have 8 nature points or something.
Yeah, it's working with 7 because of a trait.
Thank the freaking Lord.
Yeah,
I'm so mad.
it's doing 7 instead of 8. So
7. Wow, that's definitely gonna win this time, guys.
it's generous. All right, so this is a fight animal conflict, right?
These have always gone well for us historically in the past.
So here are some things I would also consider for this fight animal conflict, because it's also a massive creature, right? So here's some things that will also work in terms of skills. I would allow militarist for attacking and feinting. I don't think you guys have that, but if you do, whatever. Also scientist would allow it for maneuvering, because that's like using your using the traps and stuff. Or
I don't think any of us have either of those.
You guys don't like Coldplay? You don't have the scientist?
No,
Oh, bummer.
Coldplay's
Okay.
the worst.
Yeah. Okay, let's give it to this fucking giant wounded one-eyed snapping turtle that we've been. This has been just our nemesis for 3 weeks. All right, so as always, the first thing we're gonna do, we have our teams, establish our goals. You guys, it's probably to kill it, right?
mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
Every time. Kill the big dragon turtle.
Kill it so hard, kill it so much. It's gotta be mega dead this time.
We don't just want it dead. We want it
Mega
super
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Mega dead.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, we calculate our disposition. Who is the conflict captain for this one, guys?
I mean,
Team.
Me. It's always me. Sword.
You do have the highest sword, but you're also injured.
So we calculate conflict with what do we calculate disposition with?
So, it is. You have the options here of using fighter, hunter, or scientist, as the disposition
Well,
roll,
but injured,
and you add that to health.
Okay, injured doesn't minus anything from disposition. Tired does.
But I think it gives you a -1 die to all.
To skill checks.
Yes. Well, this is
Not-
this is considered disposition is considered a skill check.
Okay,
You're
but
because you're
hungry and
rolling
thirsty-
fighter.
Hungry and thirsty and tired specify, and angry specify for conflict. Injured
Yeah.
don't.
Well, that's because these are specifically for disposition for conflicts. That's because injured and sick are the only 2 conditions that that affects you outside of a conflict. That's not true, actually. Angry does as well. I think. You can't. Oh no, just angry. I think just prevents you from using traits positively. So, this is considered a test. So when you calculate disposition, you're making a skill test.
Okay.
And that's why it's a -1 die. Hopefully that explains that.
Okay, so would tired be -1 success or -1 die?
-1 success. Injured is
So-
-1 die. Tired is -1 success.
So it's probably better for you, Elf, because you're injured, because you're just going to lose a die, and that could have been a failure or a success instead of losing a success. Okay, I just wanted to like check because
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah. Tired still factors into the whole roll total anyways, because it's your whole group. I know it's been a hot minute since we've done it.
We've never had more than one negative going into a disposition before in this entire game. So
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm gonna roll our disposition for the fight.
Okay.
That adds to my health, and then what am I rolling? My fighter.
Yep. People can help you as always.
I'm definitely helping.
Yeah.
You're considered having supplies for this test.
Cool. Skills, ability ratings 5.
Furthermore, you should consider yourself having a die for the mice who are helping you. The legions of tender paws.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
the
gotta
weather
roll- I
a
gotta roll.
factor here?
No. So it's a grand total of the average we usually get, which I think is 7. So check my health real quick. Where the heck is it? What? Oh, there. Yeah, 7. 7 disposition.
Okay. All right, and it adds 4 to its nature of 7, so its disposition is 11. And now we're ready to begin. Conflict captains. I'm gonna, after I choose my 3 cards, you guys are gonna deliberate and figure out which things you're gonna choose.
Sure.
Doot. Doot. Doot.
This is gonna be a short episode. We kill this guy, we're gonna be done.
It's possible.
I don't have that much faith, to be honest. So what are we doing, team?
Let's just hope I don't roll like 8 successes on 8 dice again.
Yeah.
let's
And
hope.
then let's just hope you guys roll 7 successes on like 3 dice.
Yeah,
So,
let's do it.
no big deal.
I mean, what we've been doing, I think that we just need to like go at it hard, right?
So just attack.
Well, because like fictionally, we've tried to get at this thing 3 times. We've tried to maneuver. We've tried to like feint. We've tried to be strategic and militaristic. We just need to go hard.
All right.
Is my thought.
I'm up for that. What do you think, Walen?
Let's try it.
Maybe this first volley is me just being angry and leading the charge and being like, let's just go. And if that doesn't work out, then we can, I can be like, shit, Walen, you do the leading, and I'm sorry, I'm so mad.
No, I'm super positive about this. In fact, if I may, I offer positive encouragement to my friends prior to this going down. I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay with this. And I believe in you guys. I believe in all of us. And I'm at this point hitting the drum. I'm like, we are going to win. And I like look behind at the mice that were like, that fucked up the traps earlier, and like wink at them. And they're probably just expendable. And
I feel like
What is
the order?
No, yeah, what was the order one more time? Deacon?
I'm going hard. I'm mad. I'm mad.
All right.
Attack.
So,
I think it was Deacon Ash Walen.
yeah.
I feel like what happens is like Walen gives his little speech and like the tendrils of fog are like coming in and like you can hear the drum as it's coming from like nowhere and everywhere because of the fog and stuff. and like Deacon, it's just like he's listening to you, but he's like holding his sword, and his like hands, his little mouse paws are like twisting on his sword, and like you can hear him like gritting his teeth. And the like second you stop speaking and you like turn around, he just turns to the fucking turtle, and he's like, he's all of that like anger from losing his daughter is just like,
get
yeah.
It's not even smoldering. It's
like it's
what's above smoldering. Yeah. I imagine because of the fog is rolling in, that the fog is kind of like it's not giving you guys a disadvantage or anything, but it's like obfuscating the immensity of the turtle. So like you seeing like it's like one leg, you see its head shifting through, you like kind of see its like other like back leg that's like limping a little bit, but then like the rest of it's kind of shrouded. You see that faint outline of the turtle shell, as it maneuvers through the fog with you guys. And so let's flip.
It's maneuvering, eh?
It's trying to shake away the remaining
we only flipped the
traps. That's okay. You guys can technically reveal your cards because I can't change my cards either. So,
okay.
But I like the surprise reveal. Yeah. There's definitely a suspense to it.
Okay, so what's the attack versus maneuver?
This is a versus test. So this means the person who rolls highest with the most number of successes wins. They win based on, and they do whatever they want with the margin of success, which is the overflow of successes after you do the comparison.
Okay. And I'm attacking with fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting help from my fightery people and the little baby mice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh wait.
And you're considered you have supplies for this. Or you have a weapon. What weapon do you have?
I have a sword.
Yes. So that should give you an additional die.
Okay, so help the green mice and the sword.
Yes.
Okay. And it's a versus, so no mob.
I got a 4, but you got a 3, and you got 2 6s.
Can I try and explode the 6s?
Absolutely.
Is that with fate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I would roll 2 6s.
You remember about your nature and tapping your nature and stuff, right?
I tied.
Okay, you tie with me. So, we do. What do you want to do? Do you want to break it in its favor? Do you want to do a tiebreaker? To give you an idea, breaking a tie in its favor means that it wins its maneuver with 1. And what that means is that its margin of success is 1, and so it will just automatically impede the next round with the -1 die. That's if you break it in that favor. You get 2 checks for that.
Can I, after having used a fate to explode, can I also wise? Yeah,
totally. You could totally wise it.
Okay. I think that the fog is rolled in and it's nighttime. Yeah, the fog rolls in at night is what happens.
Okay. You've been traveling all day over the lake, I guess. Yeah,
and
that's fine.
I'm night-wise. So I'm using the shadows and the fading sun and the, everything with to my advantage. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm totally doing that. That's what I'm doing. So
you are.
Yeah.
No, I think I have the picture of what it is. There's a bullfrog in the distance that's croaking, and every time it croaks, it's like you're using that to hide your footsteps when you move, and then you stop.
Yeah, the night creature.
Yeah,
absolutely. So what am I using for that?
So do you want to reroll 1 success or all of them?
All of them.
Then it's persona.
Okay, I'm spending my last persona.
Yeah, and you reroll all failures.
Persona. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So you're rolling 5 dice.
I love that somebody else said that other than me.
I roll 6 because of the failure I got on the exploding.
Oh, you totally do. I'm so sorry. I forgot to incorporate those ones. So you're rolling 6.
Okay, so I get 1, 2, 3 extra successes. So I'm now at 7.
7. Yep.
So that's three more than the turtle.
Yep. So it's down to 8.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do anything with its maneuver. So it's trying to break free. It almost breaks free, and then what
Yeah,
happens?
so the bullfrog is croaking, and I'm like gritting my teeth and holding my sword and like kind of trying to sneak up on it in the fog, and then I just like stab it in the ankle.
Yeah, I love it. I love the idea. It's like Shadows of the Colossus. You're like, like trying to find like weak points as you keep running underneath it. Yeah. Cool. Before trying to climb up or something. Awesome. All right, next round. Ash, you and I, we're attacking.
Yeah, you are.
Alrighty then.
Did you faint?
No. We attack.
Okay, this is a versus.
We
Or
attack.
excuse me, it's independent. Because you have a sword, right? You have your sword.
I have my legendary leaf cutter.
Yep. So everything is going into this one. So this means we're both going to be doing damage to each other. None of us are blocking it. Right.
My skills ability rating, 5. Trades,
So-
get supplies and all that business.
Your sword gives you a +1 die because it's by nature of being a sword. You have 3 people helping you, the bunch of the mice, all of the mice, and then your 2 friends. Do you want to invoke a trait? Do you want to tap your nature?
I mean, we'll see what I roll, and then I'll do re-rolls. But I have to...
Well, you
I
have to
think that
declare
you
if you want to
should
tap your nature now.
nature.
You have to tap your nature before you see what I roll.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll tap my nature. Why not?
So that you add your nature to this test.
Yeah. I got to restart, though, because I already got past that point.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hang on. Fighter. What am I testing? Fighter 5, but I'm tapping nature 3, so that's 8.
Fighter's
Plus-
gonna fight.
Plus 3 additional die.
Ooh, I only got 2.
Oh,
What?
if I can't beat 2 with 11,
Do it. Go for it. Go.
5.
Yeah.
You also got I can see at least 2 6s on my screen.
How do
Yes.
we see more than 2 6s? How do we know?
I don't know because the thing's not. There's so many dice that it won't let me see them. see
Is
that?
I can
dumb.
see it.
You can see all of them?
I can see up to +6, and then I see a plus sign, and I don't see what their last die is. Hold on a second.
Actually, no, you're right. It's the same way.
Wait,
for me.
wait, I'll just window it and then...
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, roll 20 literally won't even show me what it is.
Yeah, it won't show me at all.
Suzanne. No. I don't know what it is. That's so weird.
Is it a success or a failure?
Oh, it's got to be 1.
Because there's 5 successes.
If you see 5 successes, then it's a failure.
5. It's a failure. Yeah,
It's
there's
failure.
Okay.
Okay, so don't worry about it.
All right.
Okay, so I have 2 6s, so I'm gonna re-roll those 6s with fate.
Do you want to? Yeah. Do you have another persona?
I do, yeah.
Do you have a relevant wise?
You
Uh,
could reroll all of the failures.
Yes, you
of
can.
course I have a relevant wise. I have hidey hole wise, where I was waiting to spring my trap.
Yeah, reroll all of your failures.
What was your hidey hole?
My hidey hole was on the path. We covered it up with like leaves and sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
I hid on the path so that I could get under the turtle when it like passed.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. I believe it.
Yeah. So I imagine Deacon Deacon might have like with the stealth part was like trying to lead it to you to like the right
Yeah.
point, right? Like
Yeah.
with its attacks, to get it to be
Totally
like, what the hell
possible.
is it? And then right over you surprise attack. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
So 66 for the failures. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes on top of my 5, which is 9 successes.
That's more than enough to defeat the
Which
beast.
is enough to defeat the turtle. We win!
Yes.
Yeah!
So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this whole time Waylon was helping by like directing troops and stuff, because all the troops were helping us this whole time too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, every time like a volley happened, I was like, bum.
You're being such a
bum,
leader.
brrrr.
Oh, you also did that. I was gonna faint for the last one. So nice. Okay. Yeah. So it goes down.
Finally, after so long.
I feel like there's a tidal wave.
I feel
Yeah.
like it goes down. There's like splashing from the
What? I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Go ahead, Bleach.
No, I was like, whatever happens, like it goes down, and then Deacon's like standing there with his sword in his hand and like turtle blood like all over him, and he just starts like sobbing.
Yeah, I think it gets killed by like me springing the trap maybe a little bit too early, but catching its neck instead of being underneath it. Like while you're like charging in and attacking it and whatever, then I spring out of my little hole and just the legendary leaf cutter cuts through the harsh skin of the turtle's neck before it has a chance to withdraw, and we take it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Nice.
and Deacon is just like finally like letting his emotions about his daughter's death like go, and he's just like standing there in the fog covered in turtle blood, just like crying.
It death wails as it collapses, as its breaths
Me and
grow
that
fainter
turtle
and
both.
fainter.
I feel like counter to your crying, Ash is like kicking it and like punching it and stuff, like the body of it, like stupid fucking turtle, fucking stupid piece of shit. Like, you know, like her little mouse paws just like flailing into it. Like, there's nothing else we can do to it. It's dead now. There's no other, you know, there's no other punishment I can levy upon it for killing Rosie.
Yeah. I think I like take my staff out and sort of, which I haven't had a chance to actually fight with today, and I kind of like use it to vault up onto the shell up high, and I just like announce to everyone like, it's done, it's over. It's over for Rosie.
And I think a whole chorus of shouts crawl for Rosie. They say for Rosie for the Cherry Clan. Repeating. Good job, guys. It's the player's turn.
We did the thing. Oh my god.
I finally recover from being injured.
Yeah, we should hope that.
Go back to a safe, comfortable place.
So, yeah. So it's the player's turn. This is you can spend your checks if you ever wanted to do some like last couple things for this session this way, and then I feel like we would also go around and do an epilogue real quick of what you think our characters do.
Sure.
Okay.
So recovering being injured sounds very appropriate. But we could also spend it on something else if you wanted to.
Yeah, I know what I want to do, if it's all right.
Go do it.
So yeah, there's the moment of breaking down in the fog. And we like, you know, Deacon gets himself together, especially like after like everyone's like, you know, wipes his little mouse face. We tend to the injured and we march slowly back to the general, which I don't really care about, so I'm gonna skip that for me.
General Chu.
For myself personally, I'm skipping the general part, but like a long time after the battle, like we Deacon finally gets back to Hanamura, and he's still tired because he immediately went from the battle to the general to Hanamura to get back to his wife, and like we see him coming along up the street like with the backpack like strapped to his back, and like people are like yelling like, "Hey Kiki," like, and she like bangs open the door of the not broken bakery and like runs out and like hugs them little mouse arms, and like they're both crying like in the street. And I'm just gonna leave their story at that, and he's gonna recover his tired by going home.
I think one of your friends in town. Who's your friend in town?
My friend.
Who's your best friend? No, or like it's the mayor. It's the mayor of Hanamura.
Okay.
He after you have a chance
We're totally
for a very
friends.
a very long moment.
Very casual town.
Yeah. After like a very long moment with your wife and welcoming home, he politely taps you on the shoulder, and he takes you to the other side of the bakery. The whole town has gotten together and made a statue for Rosie, the hero of Hanamura.
And there's a little mouse, her little shuriken, And yeah.
in the middle of town near the lake.
Oh, when they rebuilt the brewery, they built a little statue. Oh, that's cute. You're gonna make me all emotional. And he does the whole like sucks the tear back into his eye and like turns to his friend and like pats him like firmly in the middle of the back.
My wife was cutting onions.
Yeah, onion. Just fucking no. So he controls himself, like slaps the mayor on the back, and he says, "She was the hero of Hanamura," and like goes towards the like statue and like lays a hand like on the base of it, and then goes past it into the brewery to get a beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. What about Walen and Ash?
I feel like maybe we have a quiet moment together after the turtle's dead to talk a little bit. You know,
sounds good. Yeah.
A sort of like, are we ever gonna top that? Is that, like that's the most we could ever do? Revenging our friend against a giant monster? Like,
I don't know if we'll ever top it, but I don't think we'll ever top what Rosie did for us. I know that much. But I think she would be proud of you, especially. That was amazing.
She never liked it when I fought.
I know you two didn't understand each other at first, but I think eventually you came to see why you fought in your different ways. And I'm like, damn, I could use a steamed bun right now.
Then we should get some. Like Ash, who's never eats like anything more than like the plain food that's available, really. Like
I put a hand on your shoulder. I'm like, look, I like really hard, kind of like slap your shoulder.
Come on.
I'm like, you're gonna love it. Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, and then we go. I guess we head back to Hanamura, right? Like,
yeah,
for a bit to just like honor our friend.
Yeah, I mean, we're like the remaining like sort of official Maple Guard, right? Deacon was just kind of tagging
Deacon
along.
was with us, out of retirement.
Yeah, I think it's probably like maybe like later over steamed buns. I'm like, so are you ready to take on the rest of the world for the Maple Guard?
What does the Maple Guard even mean, Walen? I mean, I know what it used to mean, but what does it mean now? I mean, I'm fine, wandering with you and solving problems as we go, but are we really doing it for the Maple Guard?
Like, is this like right after the turtle fight?
I feel like this would be
this is
later
over
after we've like regrouped
buns.
Over buns in Hanamura. I guess like I feel like I want. Is it okay if Deacon is here?
Yeah.
Like maybe comes up to the table, sees you guys talking, like hears a little bit like what even is the Maple Guard anymore? And like he sits down and like nods at both of you and he says, "I've been doing this for a really long time, like longer than you've been alive. And if there's anything I've learned, it's never been the man in charge, the title that you have that determines what you're doing this for. It's the people you save. That's always been what you do it for. Doesn't matter if it's an emperor or that damned general or just yourself that you're doing it for, as long as someone keeps doing it."
I mean, I guess.
I'm like, Ash, Deacon's right. We've done good. I didn't want to be here. I mean, I like you guys, but I didn't really mean to be here. But I don't know. It just feels right. you know, it's not just fighting, it's doing good.
Yeah, it's doing good. Right.
There will always be dragons, Ash. There will always be dragons. And if there's not people like you two around, then people like Rosie.
Then who's going to deal with the dragons, right?
Exactly.
Well, fair enough. You know, like, takes steam bunch, shoves it in face. No. Like, yeah, no, that makes sense. We'll deal with the dragons. Metaphorically.
And yeah, I think I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just like sort of beaming with like a sense of pride, and the sort of end of the match music is playing in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
Overwatch music.
so. Yeah, I feel like at that point, or maybe we cut to like a couple days later or something, and I think we see like the very last thing would be an envoy from the Pear clan looking for you, Walen. A courier, being like, you're like, he recognizes you by the Pear regard and your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And says, well met, Walen. And I think he is actually, you have a friend, right?
Yeah.
Or it's Mitsuki, so it's her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's like, Walen, we've traveled across the territories to find you
Me?
and your friends. The Pear Clan could use your help. A great owl has been spotted on our borders, and we have no one else to turn to but whatever's left of the Maple Guard. And I feel like that would be the point where Volume 1 ends, and then we go to credits.
Yeah, credits.
So
We did it. We didn't die.
guys, we played Mouse Guard.
We actually won, though.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was going to be a tragic end where we all got massacred, but
Me
no.
too. Me
that
too.
goal was amazing, and we just nailed it.
I'm like thinking. I was thinking that whole time in my head. I'm like, okay, so I'm like going through my head thinking about what scene it would be like as the turtle eats who first.
Yeah. No, I had all these death scenarios in my mind.
Yeah, but then and then I roll 7 dice and I get a 2, and then you guys should like truck it with going all out, and that's sometimes what happens. So, yeah, guys, this has been Mouse Guard. This has been Under the Fallen Maple. Mouse Guard's a very fun game. I highly encourage people to check it out. It's a very, very, very beautiful game. Also read the comics. The comics are great. Definitely. They're by a guy named David Peterson. So anyways, yeah, guys, this has been fun. Thank you so much to everyone for hanging out and for this whole game. This was so like, I love shorter. I mean, I like long games, but I also like shorter games that can actually wrap up and feel
Yeah,
good.
like having a conclusion is nice.
Yeah.
So that's definitely nice, and we hit every single session for every week, which is also awesome. Which is also why it felt like it went by so fast. But, did you guys enjoy it? Do you think the game of Mouse Guard helped at all? Do you feel like do you understand Mouse Guard more now than when you started?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, I never played any type of game like this in this particular like dice rolling obstacle level stuff. And even though like because it was like a short campaign, you built the characters mostly, and we kind of like added our own little things here and there.
Yeah.
Even with that, like, I felt like I kind of got a good understanding of how the system works specifically, and how the different like persona and fate points or whatever work to benefit you. And by the end, like, I was definitely getting a better idea in terms of like how to use it. And I also just like it was a fun situation to like, you know, dig into. Like it could go any way. It was really simple, so there wasn't a whole lot of like, I don't know, if I do this thing, then what if it screws up this? It's like it's just it's 5 episodes. Like if you screw up and die, then you screw up and die. Like nobody cares. Like it's fine. So it felt a lot less pressure to like do well, because like if my character died, then it's fine. Like, it's only 5 episodes.
And that sort of mentality was exactly what I wanted when I was thinking about this game, and something with 5 sessions is that you get enough to be like, oh, here's growth, as well as, oh, look, here's enough time that's not a lot of pressure as well, especially for like a stream show where like that totally is a thing. So that I'm glad. And yeah, I think you guys, more than anything, I know 2 of you, all of you now are going to be in Burning Wheel on Roll20, so that's a thing. This is definitely something that's important, right? Like this is definitely something that I think there's a lot of good ideas that get taken away. While obviously Burning Wheel doesn't have nature kind of replaces forks. Okay. So you can kind of think of it that way in terms of having forks and everything like that. So yeah, but do all like Mouse Guard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mouse Guard's like, I mean, I like Burning Wheel, but like it's.
Oh wow! Thanks for the host, Adam.
The like so much of the.
Yeah.
Well, now that Adam's here, I don't want to trash talk Burning Wheel.
No, just kidding. Can't say anything bad about Burning Wheel now.
No, I wasn't going to. This is like Mouse Guard is like it's like really simplistic, I think, for people who are like veteran tabletop players. But for me, it's like a really, really comfortable level of complexity. Where Burning Wheel is like a little bit outside of that comfort zone, because my attention span, I've spoken about this before, my attention span is like so small that Mouse Guard is really like a sweet spot for like me being able to like stay in the game and not like just wander without like someone holding my hand and like doing the like mechanical stuff for me.
Yeah.
So that's like, yeah, for me, it's like awesome. It's really awesome. I will say like nature, I love the concept, but I also struggle to like get into it and like properly embody it as a mouse. That's just kind of like something you really gotta.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like if we were all playing characters that were very anthropomorphized or whatever.
Yeah.
If we were playing it more like mouse-like, then it probably would have been easier to also get into it. It was.
Yeah, but the mice in Mouse Guard aren't very mouse-like. They are people-like, and I think putting your personalities and stuff into the game is the core part of Mouse Guard. It's the human things. While it's adorable that we're all mice, it's actually a very like mature, hard.
I loved playing Dad Mouse. Oh
Dad Mouse is
Dad Mouse is my favorite. Can I get MVP for this session?
Listen to your son. Do you have children?
Yeah.
Do you have children?
You literally played Mouse Guard 76. So
yeah. It was great.
It's really cool. I really like the that, and I'm just gonna echo everything you just said, Colin. That's exactly why I like Mouse Guard. It's a great launching point into these types of games, as well as after you played Burning Wheel to return to Mouse Guard and be like, oh, this is so easy. This is such a breath of fresh air. This is like going for a nice little evening walk and getting everything like that. So, and so figuring out all that kind of stuff is, it has the right amount of complexity in a lot of ways. I would love to take what Mouse Guard does. I would love to transport it into the Horizon Zero Dawn stuff, because it's just people against anthropomorphic or giant dinosaurs, which kind of works the same way. Yeah, like, you know, if you were a brave or one of the other tribes, right? What are you doing? You're patrolling, you're delivering news, you're doing all that kind of stuff, which is like what a Mouse Guard does. Just instead of fighting giant geese, you're fighting giant like pterodactyl robots.
Yeah, right? Like it's still in a scale is similar.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just changed. Yeah, and
I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of Horizon Zero Dawn, but I've seen a bit of it, and there's like basically like velociraptor sized like
exactly megafauna. Yeah, right. It's like exactly. It's like or like saber-tooth tigers and stuff like that. It's just all giant creatures, which kind of exactly works with its scale. The other thing I was thinking about would be this is an actual hack. It's a Lord of the Rings. It's called Realm Guard, where you play like Shadows of Mordor Rangers against
cool.
orcs and stuff. So that's something like that uses the same mouse guard. I don't know. Can I ask you guys a question? Do you like the GM player turn thing?
I do, and I don't know if it's necessary depending on the group, in so much as like I feel like the GM versus player turn is basically just giving players the ability to have a little bit of agency in the way that the story goes, like here's a point, and you can use that point to take this story in different directions or decide what you want to pursue, as opposed to me, the GM, deciding for you. But in a group where you have people who like trust each other and are also like creative and confident, you don't necessarily need to have that separation. Like if I were like, hey Eric, can we do this thing, like you could just be like, yeah, and then do it. Like as opposed to needing the checks. I think the checks were mostly just like, here's a free turn for you to heal or not be tired anymore.
Right, which could just be worked in narratively, like sort of with just seamlessly. I mean, the structure is useful if you're like not cohesive yet. As a group, if you're new to the game and new to the group. Exactly. It's useful, but then I feel like it could erase like over time. It could just kind of be like, okay,
spoilers. Spoilers. I totally did that, Colin.
What'd you do?
I did exactly what you just said. I erased it over time. Like this session, I did, rather than to plan out everything like that, I knew what we were going to do. Like objective 1 was getting to the island and the dragon, and number 2 was going to be fighting the dragon. Right? I left you guys a lot more open space for tackling obstacles instead of just like telling you, okay, so you're traveling, now make a Pathfinder, and now you're doing these. Instead, I was listening to you guys being proactive about, here's a scenario, what are you doing? And then you threw me for a complete loop with the duck, dude. So like I was like, okay, that's part of the complex obstacle that I'm presenting here for the first one, right? Like that's so I was doing exactly what you were saying, and it was, I think, working a little bit smoother. And obviously this was the last session, so our player checks didn't necessarily matter as much for that, because otherwise you guys would have had a chance to heal a lot. Also, really good job using the use of breaking ties in your favor, or in the other person's favor for that time, because you're doing it in cases where it wouldn't do that much damage to you or harm. I'm not sure if that was tactical or not, but that's what you're supposed to do. It's a really good idea. So good job, everybody. That's it. I think. Any last words, or just do some shout outs?
Dad mouse.
Dad mouse.
We're all mice now.
Yeah. So let's go from the right to left. So Bluejay.
Yeah, it's me, Bluejay. I'm Bluejay. You can find me at twitch.tv/Bluejay or on Twitter at Bluejay_712. You can also find me on twitch.tv/Roll20app, playing Burning Wheel on Thursdays and the Sprawl on Fridays.
Except for this week.
We're not playing the Sprawl tomorrow because Adam's in Seattle. Weird. I'm also in Seattle. Huh. Anyway, and so is Eric. Eric's in Seattle too? Oh, this is weird. Everyone just comes to Seattle because Seattle.
I'm not in Seattle.
Oh, sad day.
Yet.
Where are you?
The question is yet.
I'm in stupid Edmonton, Alberta.
But on the internet.
Oh, where am I on the internet?
I was trying to segue.
On the internet, you can find me reflexively drawing my sword in every circumstance on twitch.tv/DistractedElf or over on Twitter at DistractedElf. Those are the places. Find me there. What about yourself, Colin? How about you?
I'm Colin. You can find me on the internet, on Twitter primarily. But I do want to mention and shout out a little show I've done a couple times. Called Play to the Game, and I basically just sort of interview and just talk with someone about a particular food dish that we are passionate about or just like is interesting for some reason with someone else while we're playing Overwatch. So it's really kind of just freeform and fun for people who like food and or video games, or both.
Nice.
So yeah, I've done a couple of those. One with Stephen Lumpkin, one with Nadja Odekor. I am about to sort of rev up that cycle again and get a couple more episodes in the works. One of which I think it's kind of no secret that Adam Coble is very interested in talking about ramen. I don't know if anyone knows Adam. I think he is a fan of ramen. So I'm going to get that in the works, hopefully sometime soon. And yeah, so go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/SBNDER, and follow me on Twitter for announcements about that sort of stuff when it happens. So yeah, and I just want to say thanks to Bluejay, Elf, and Eric. It was awesome. It was really cool meeting you guys for the first time and like getting back into Mouse Guard. I had only had a couple like brief one-shots. And Eric, you really fleshed it out. I got to see more of the game than I have before, and I thought you ran it really well. So yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you, players. This has been a lot of fun. I'm Eric. If you don't know me, I'm Eric Vulgaris. I do a lot of role-playing streams, stuff like that. I just did 2 one-shots of a game called Firebrands, which is like a mecha anime role-playing game that DistractedElf has played before.
Firebrands is awesome.
It is an awesome game. So I was really excited to do that this past weekend. I would love to do something more like that down the road some more. But yeah, look for my channel for more of these types of one-shots or longer like mini session things like HBO specials or BBC series. I guess you could think of it like that. I'd love
basically Sherlock, honestly. It's pretty much just Sherlock.
Yeah, I really do like this BBC style thing. And then if popular demand or if, like the players and everybody can fit the schedules, if we want to do something later on and pick that up again, I would do a season 2. Like that's the things I'm interested in. But like it's no pressure. I just want to keep cycling through a lot of games and do more things with more people. So that's what I do. I do a long form. If you want something that's like you can really get your teeth into. And 2, I do a Burning Wheel game. I have like 26 sessions now down of a political intrigue king-making game involving a prophet, a count who's now a marquis who wants to kill the king, and then we have a special secret for our mage character that I'm going to reveal later. But yeah, if you like Game of Thrones, that's what we're doing basically.
Nice.
And it's a lot of fun. I love that game a lot. 3 players I have are tremendous. We all know the system very well, so it just kind of like does this a lot, and it's lovely when you get into that rhythm of the Burning Wheel. It's one of the best systems for when you play when everyone knows what's going on. So anyways, yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate everyone's love and support and praise for this show. YouTube comments have been amazing for everything like that. Twitch chat's been amazing. Players have been amazing. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I got some stuff we're going to do later. So, all right, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.